comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
Showtime, baby! Hope you're not a sore loser.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Jump in finds the mark. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. In a dire situation, they can't afford to get some. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Fight.
Getting tipsy with the depth, brushes that off and keeps going. Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Jump. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Medium kick. Player 2 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. From low heavy to drink level 4 and now a full house to play with. Up into the air off the just cool. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Ooh, you never baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Looking, no! Critical art now? This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. What a finish! Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. From upstairs. Up into the air off the just cool. Player 1 has the life advantage. Can they exploit this advantage? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Gets the jump in. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Next hit will end the round. And the throw ends the round. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Big low reaching heavy. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Looks like they want to re-establish their game plan with fireballs. Oh wow, look at that. He springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Rips the slasher out. From upstairs, experiencing burnout. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Overdrive jackknife. Both sides getting ready. Just go for it at this range. Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Shall we begin?
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Good parry there and... no good up high. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. They need to hold out. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player two chases them down, takes a trip, absorbs the attack and fires back. Yoga Flame, experiencing burnout. Player one is gonna have to win. Burnout activated. You gotta keep their cool here to win. Both fighters are just about done, but there's a clear SA gauge disparity. KO! Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Rips the slasher out. Solid combo. Yoga Flame, experiencing burnout. They quickly get jackknife maximum cuts clean through him. Player one in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. The rapid fire fist sends him up. What'll happen here? Are we gonna see a comeback here? Barely blocks the jump in. Chisels him down. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Medium kick. Teleports. That's gonna rattle him. Gets the combo. Turns out. Player one with a slight lead. Will they cap solid anti-air? Player one is in burnout state. A very hits the drive. Crowns him from above. What's next? Even the slug closes it out. Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The low heavy is denied. Good job blocking. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Had the radar up and running. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player one is just about out of drive after that. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Parries the attack. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Shoots off a fireball up close. All that effort for so little payoff. Sticks the jump in. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Rips the KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Teleports! That's gonna rattle him. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Up into the air off the just cool. Player two drive rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. They just brushes that off and keeps going. Burnout activated. Both life and super hard gauges are not looking good. Time to grind it out. Merciless Yoga. Dawson just straight up slapping the taste out of their mouth. This is gonna hurt and humiliate. Going in, player two will look to apply pressure here. Noticeable life chips them for the win. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Backdash to start. They're not taking this and leaving some big damage. Jumps. The anti-air in the clutch. Brings down the waning moon on him. Player two, setting it all on the drive rush. All the throw connects. Amazing. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back. Drops that off. There's the burnout. Up the spin the meter on the super. What are they gonna do? That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Oh my god, Rock Super!
Hey!
Fights back with the board.
Wake up, Mom!
A lot of pressure building up here. He had it all planned out. Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Opts for the throw. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Tries to throw, but doesn't connect. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Knockdown. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. Taking stock. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. What a finish. Great meat on the life gauge there. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Beats off a fireball up close. Combo with the target combo. Player 1 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Jumps? Both fighters planning something? Risky up-close scrap still going. Not much life difference. Sonic boom! Player drives it back, misses! There's a burnout! Oh, here we go! Oh man, this burns out! Closes it out! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Opens with the fireball! Perfect input on the Sonic Boom! Solid anti-air! Shuts that down with a parry. Uses the parry to deal with that projectile. Boom! Carries them all the way to the corner in one go. Amazing! Oh, putting the cherry on top of the tank and scores the win. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Parries the attack and starts with a jumper. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers can turn this around in their favor. Taking stock. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Uses the parry. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. Saihasho Still scrapping for control of the space. Barely blocks the jump in. Protects the ring, hits home. Misses the grab. Grabs and throws him away. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. This is the then ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? Throws them to negate the block. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Are they trying to beat up the jump? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Deals some damage with that quick combo. Player 2 chases them down. Neither of them willing to back off. Solid combo. They saw the chip KO on the table. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. That combo did decent damage. Gets a risky buff in. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Big throws. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They're in KO! Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Tries to get a breather with a projectile. Goes for the surprise rush in. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? They knew that throw was coming. That's what you get when both sides go in on the throw. Did well to get the buff in there. All right, what's coming up next? From up above. Up into the air off the Just Cool. Springs forward with the drive rush. The quarter makes it hard to experiencing burnout. They're both out of drive gauge. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Jumps up. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Holds out with the block. Rolling Soba. Tomahawk bust. Neither of them willing to back off. Knockdown and burnout activates. Player 1 will have very solid Tomahawk bust. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Jumps it, reads the jump in perfectly. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Perfect execution with the anti-air. Oh, critical art now? Player flatlines on. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Cleared for landing. This is gonna hurt. Buffs up. Player 1 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Time to reassess the situation. Cross up attack. Maximum strike. What now? Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Dash. Machine gun uppercut. Nice drive rush. What's next? Overdrive jackknife sends him down the quick way. Getting up close and personal. Anti-air in the clutch. Closes it out. Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
Showtime, baby!
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Blocks the jump in. Checks with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? No good up high. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Life lead opens up. Gets him. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Checking their reactions with a fireball? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Knockdown and... Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Shows a medium kick. Up into the air off the just cool. What'll happen here? Player 1 will look solid anti-air. Wrecks them. Noticeable life lead. What a finish. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jackknife maximum cuts clean through him. Goes for the fireball. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 2 is in a tight spot right now. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Life lead opens up. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Shows a medium kick. That drive impact doesn't get through. Barely blocks the jump in. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 needs to hold out and burnout activates. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Looking for a chance. Air slasher. Neither fighter can use their drive moves. How will they close out the smart decision there? The chip damage was enough. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Anti-air drops him. Who's going to start things off? Rips the slasher out. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Good distance for a shot. Jumps in. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Super Arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Uses the gauge for the super. They are not playing around here. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Drops him hard. Somehow manages to block the jump and sees the overhead coming. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Medium kick into. Barely blocks the jump in. Manages to block the jump in attack. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Both fighters planning something? Not experiencing burnout. Taking chunks out of each other. Anti-air in the clutch. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious, getting it all on the drive rush. Both sides getting ready. Noticeable solid anti-air. Sets up with the jump in. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it set crowns him from above. Are you kidding me? Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Zones with the fireball. Air slasher. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Deftly shuts out the jungle. Trips him up. Good parry there, and player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. What's the play here? Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Can they outlast it? Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Strings it all together. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Brings out the super art. How's it gonna work out for them? Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Got their eye on the air. Okay, they trade hits. Coming up a beatdown. Doesn't miss a beat. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Both fighters planning something? The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Air slasher from upstairs. Burnout activates. Knockdown and too far for the throw to connect. Brings down the win. What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants. Uses their drive gauge. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Do it to them! Show the people what they came to see, Ryu! Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Jump, solid anti-air. Anti-air in the clutch. Nice air slasher. He's all in with a rush. Fights back with authority. What's next? Are we gonna see a comeback here? Turns out. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. A jump? Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? In attack range, the projectile hits. Fantastic positioning on show during that round. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Show me everything you have. Round 1.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Goes for the throw. Good anti-air. No good up high. Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Holds out with the block. Look at the damage they could pump out with the combo. Things are heating up. That drive impact doesn't get through. Can't tech the throw. Takes the trip. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Air slasher, taking them for a ride on the Siberian Express. Player 1 can build off this lead. Looking to plan them with a pile driver. Not much life left, but they're drawn a super art. Just goes for it at this range. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. That combo did decent damage.
No! Critical art now?
Gets the critical art. Even though the chips are down, they're still looking for a play to take this fight. Now they gotta think of a follow-up. What'll be the flatline zone? Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Plus anti-air. Jump. Maximum strike. Player 2 with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? Here comes nothing stops this train. Reach out and hug them. Both fighters are down to half life. Getting up close and personal. Oh, yo, raw super hit. This is the kind of move that ends games. Genki's gonna take off some chunky damage and break their spines and their spirits with this. Wall splat into the card break. They got a big down deep here. I can't believe it. That was a magical shot. Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jump. Hits them with a stop and bop. Sticks the combo. Player 2 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Reads them. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 2 KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. They just made that very tricky combo look easy. That's how you know they're on another level. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. A quick breather. Player 1 will need to experiencing burnout. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round 1.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checks with the projectile. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Goes for the low kick. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Gets out of the corner. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Life's lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Throws out a projectile. The jump in catches them. Grabs them. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Heading into the end game. KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Was looking for that jump attack. Checks them with the projectile. Nails the anti-air. Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a cycle. Drive rush to keep it going. Jumps up, goes for the jump in. That's a counter. Are they thinking about how to steal this round? Noticeable life lead is a comeback still uses their drive gauge. Player 2 closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Connects with the throw. Breaks the block with a throw. Player 2 with slick drive gauge control. Is this in the bag? What are they gonna do? Like trying to make something happen with an overdrive arm. Plenty of health, full gauges. Let's go. Bring down the waning moon on him. Player 2 can't use drive anymore. Here comes the corner pressure. Player 2 with the rhythm owning that space. Draw super art incoming. Oh, critical art now? This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only going to wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. It is over! Player 2 is going to be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Jump in finds the mark. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Hits him up. There's a corner switch. Avoids getting cornered. Player 1 chases them down. All right, what's coming up next? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Knockdown. Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy. This is gonna be bad news. 3-volt icing ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing.
Round 2.
Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Spikes him with 3 gloves. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? They decide to take a breather to regroup. Out of range, relatively safe. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. They continue to battle it out in the middle of the skip. Stone Cold in play. You can't block those. We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Drops him hard. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Denies the jump in attempt. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Shoot!
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to get a breather with a projectile. No good up high. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 1 has the life advantage. Time to sit on the lead. Back throw to get the side switch. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. That drive impact doesn't get through. Parries the projectile. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Player 2 chases them down. Gets the jump in. Life lead opens up.
Hey!
Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes with a projectile for their opening shot. From up above, fires off the Shinju Hadouken. Player 2 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Picks up the counter. This is going to be untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Blocks it. Rips the slasher out. Both players will hit them with a stopping bomb. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Player 2 needs to wait this out. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Jump, cross-up attack. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, what a smart throw. Both reads the jump in perfectly. This can lead to some big damage. Are they going to be able to come back? Blocks the low kick. Breaks through with the throw. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Goes for the jump in. Up into the air off the just cool. Player 1 has the life advantage. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Knockdown. Spends the meter to throw on some massive damage. Player 2 chases them down. Very solid corner switch. Life lead opens up. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Sticks the jump in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Looking for a chance. Air slasher. Rips the slasher out. Jumps up. They're trading attacks. Are they going to be solid anti-air? Knockdown and adds a bit of OD spice there. So little life left. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Oh, Benson on the fireball. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see it.
Great match. Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The throw connects for counter hit damage. Player 2 has the life lead. He's got a small life lead, but it's not over. Still slugging it out here. Gets the jump in. All right, what's coming up next? What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Knockdown. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Jumps. Goes for KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Quick spin knuckle. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Both fighters are low on drive. What if experiencing burnout? Both fights, they're going for the super art? This may be it. Both of our combatants gets the throw out of the hooligan. Smart, aggressive play. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. The low kick hits. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Anti-air in the clutch. Even overhead. The overhead denied. Cliff Cruiser from above. Brings down the waning mood on him. Okay, closes it out. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Connects with medium kick. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Takes a drift. Does a good job of pushing back. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Knockdown. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Nails the anti-air. In a dire situation. They were right to be on top, granted cleanly. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Decides to create some distance to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Uses the target combo as a filler. Come upstairs. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Showing some real tenacity. Jump, sets up with the jump in. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Can't strong critical. What's gonna happen? KO. Player 1 may have a well of untapped potential. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Gets the jump in. Holds out with the block. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Jump in, finds the mark. What are they thinking here? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Big, low, reaching heavy. That parry may be just the catalyst they need. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Jackknife maximum cut in there! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Jumps? Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Springs forward with the drive rush. Overdrive jackknife. Going in. A super art. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Denies the attack and... This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Solid combo. Taking stock. Player 2 chases him down. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Stops the attack by using a drive pair. Smart throw, that'll do more damage than usual. You get a lot more out of a counter throw than a normal one. Big opportunity coming. Scrapping it out up close. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Burnout activates. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Not much life difference. Drive rush to keep it going. Both fighters planning something. Just goes for it at this range. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Player 2 can't use any drive. Change of plans. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They've got to start cooking. Flatline zone. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jumps up. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. You're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The drink level's up to 4. All options are on the table. Takes the chance to hurt him. Gets the jump in. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Life lead opens up. Burnout activates. Take KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jumps? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Player 1 will look to apply pressure. Jackknife maximum cuts clean through him. Still slugging it out at this range. This may be it. Drink level maxed out. This party's getting crazy. Going in. Up into the air off the just cool. Goes for the fireball, which is clutch anti-air. Goes to the air. Looking for a pumps the brakes on the impact. The drive impact doesn't work. Drops him hard. The next touch may decide this round. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Jump? This is gonna hurt. Maximum strike. Player 2 with a forward rush. Closes the distance. Cross that off. Looking for a hold. This can lead to some big damage. Player 2 can't use drive anymore. Target combo into. Okay, here we go. All the throw connects. Switch sides. bar incoming! No big time set again! Never ever miss a chance to show off the fancy stuff! Does not leave anything to chance with that super finish! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.